Hi, I'm Goose, and today we're going to be building a copper shop. Oh, I can't believe I missed those. How did I not see those? I didn't even see those when I was flying back up there. Oh, I bet that was fun to watch in the time lapse. All right, let's see if I can land on them. Huh. Oh, so close. Yeah, I did it. Okay. So with that 34 that we just found, that puts our new total at 19,528 copper ore. That's a lot of copper. And honestly, a lot of this copper is probably going to go towards building it. So I'm going to have to go and get a bunch more copper. But it's going to be fun. I don't know. Getting copper is fun. It's enjoyable, relaxing. Mining, crafting. It's the name of the game. So super discouraging. All of that copper, what was it? It was about 20,000 ore, turns into a shulker and a little bit, a shulker and a third of blocks. So I'm definitely going to have to go mine a lot more all the time. I'm going to have to always be mining copper, but that's okay. That's kind of fun. It's relaxing. So we got a good chunk of our materials, and you can see over here, I did clear out a little bit of the area that nope, not that way, this way. A little bit of the area that we're going to be building in. I think this should be enough, but next up, we're actually going to hop over into my creative world, and I'm going to walk you through my process for building the shop. We have some ideas, and I have some basics of it already built, because we had to decide the layout to get all the redstone situated and figured out. But I have a lot more to build, and I got a lot of detailing to do, so I'm going to bring you guys along with me. So let's go over to the creative world. Look at that goose back there. Spooky little guy staring at me. This is Build School. This is Featherfetcher's server. It's his little build practice server that he has open for us, and we come in here and build stuff and practice, and it's a great little place. And I also lied to you, kind of. I already have some of the shop built. So when K-Hug and I were working out the redstone, we did need to decide what the layout of the shop was. So we started there, and I got a little carried away and kept building some stuff. So quick rundown. It's called the Copper Hopper. Here's a Copper Hopper. We have decided that we want it to be an open floor plan. So inside is going to be very open, but it's also not going to have a roof. This grass is ground level. That's below ground level. This is ground level, and we're going to keep it open. So I'm going to have to make sure all the lighting is good inside. We'll probably have a fence or some sort of barrier around it. And then I'll have to figure out something to put around the outside to cover all the redstone. And speaking of the redstone, this is a very, very cool little setup. A lot of people on my Discord helped me, specifically Fairy Enderhair helped us with this little contraption right here, which is, it's just a pulse extender hopper clock. Very small, very compact, works fantastically, and saved us a ton of space and a ton of time. So thank you, Fairy, for showing this to us. The way this works, each one of these stalls is going to be a different item, and you'll go up to it, throw your diamond in, hit the button, and the light will turn off. And that's going to activate this little hopper clock. Now, there's only 4 items in here, and that's going to keep this on for the time that it transfers those 4 items. That's going to activate this piston, which is going to activate these observer dispensers. And these are going to spit the items out into there and go along. Just those 4 items with 2 of these is enough time for this to spit out exactly 32 items, which is perfect. Some of the stuff like the copper blocks we will do in stacks of 64. But most of the other stuff we're going to sell in stacks of 32. And then this resets itself after that time has passed. The light turns back on, and then you know that you can put another diamond in and get another half stack or stack. It's going to spit the items into this water stream, which are going to go up a bubble column into a cool copper pipe of some sort over to here, and they're going to get dropped, and they'll get washed down into some hoppers that lead into a chest. So when you walk around the store, you can just pick all the items you want, throw a diamond in, hit the button, throw a diamond in, hit the button. Oh. And you just go around, purchase everything you want, and it'll all be delivered to one chest for you, and you can just come pick it up on your way out. So I'm really really excited for this. I'm very proud of it. Really glad that K-Hug helped me out with it. Really glad my Discord and Fairy helped us out with it, because this would have taken me so long to figure out on my own. Originally, I had some like scorpion tail stuff that was gonna carry it all the way up and spit it down, and I was having so many issues. This is so much better. And I also want to work some other materials into this. The first one that comes to my mind is dripstone. I think it's fun because you find copper mostly in dripstone caves, but I also think that the dripstone and the copper look really cool. And I was thinking it would be fun to do kind of a courtyard around it. So we have the area up here, and then maybe I'll put it up kind of on a hill that drops down over here, and maybe there's kind of like some paths or a cool design with dripstone spikes and cave stuff around it, so you kind of walk through these cool paths to get up into it. So that's the first idea. So we're going to work out a couple pallets, and we're going to see how that goes. Oh, and also the coolest part that I almost forgot, this is going to be floating, and it's going to be suspended by a hot air balloon. So I'm really really excited about that. So this is just going to be floating. We'll connect that down and fix the shape up a little bit. And the copper pipes will be going up. Maybe we'll have some other supports, but I think that's going to be a really really cool, interesting way to do that. Now here's my first thought for the palette, and I'm pretty happy with this. It all works together really well. It gives me a lot of choices for different kinds of blocks, a lot of different texture, especially having these guys in there. I think will be cool, and I can use some like mud bricks and some other kinds of mud. My only issue with this is I think it would be nice to have some other pop of color. Now, I think the most obvious way, or kind of the best way to do that, is to include some weathered copper and some oxidized copper. So let me just throw this over there and see. I mean, we know that this color works well with all these colors because it's in copper. So I think that's a good option. If I do want to add any, we can go with this, but I'm not sure if we're going to. So I'm going to start fleshing out the main structure and main design with some of these, and then we'll go from there. And also go check out Tort, Mr. Tortellini boy. He's got some cool stuff. Now we have a good start. So the first thing I needed to do was cover the redstone and get this back down to ground level. So I do think the area that we're going to build this is kind of on a hill, so this works pretty good. I won't have to tear down the entire area and level it. I can kind of work this into it. And I just need to find a way to break up this granite area without just using copper. I think acacia is going to be, I'm going to try acacia. I wonder if just doing stripes will look good. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I like that. And I really, you know what I love about the dripstone in here is it feels like a brown block, but then when you have it next to all of this orange and some of the red and like the pink that's in some of these, it takes on this kind of like greenish yellow, very slightly, but just kind of like a sickly green color, the gray that's in there. I really like that. That is very interesting, and that might look really cool with some of the exposed copper. Let's see how that looks next to it. Now that's okay. Something's still off a little bit, but see how it does kind of blend with that a little bit. Some of the colors that are in the exposed copper, I think, like, let's see which ones. That one, this greenish yellow right here is pretty darn close to these right here. Look at that. Those are darn near the same color. Interesting. So that's why those two work together so well. Now the other thing is I do need to make the water spouts. So the water spouts do need to come up here, which I think is perfect. So we can really put a little bit more attention and detail into these corner spots. And I think making them like maybe even just square pedestals with an overhang, kind of like something like this one that I was building over there. Obviously smaller. A lot of this is doing something. Leave it there for now, and hoping that when I come back to it later, I like it. So that coming back to it later is super super important. So much of how I design and build in Minecraft and just in art in general is take a risk, do an experiment, do something weird that you don't know if it's going to work or not, and then take a break from it. That break is super 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 important. and coming back to it and following your gut instinct. So I'm gonna test out a few ideas and we'll see what we think. Now I thought this was kind of a nice design, but this is why you always check your work while you're doing it, because that is not in the center. And I can't have a center because this is 4 by 4 by 4 by 4. And actually, now that I'm looking at this, I feel like this is too much. That is almost the same size as the hopper. I want the hopper and the balloon to be the focus. So, as much as I am kind of liking this design, I am going to tear it down and we're going to make something smaller. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I've noticed a lot of my building this is too flat. I'm definitely going to have to do some work on this, but I noticed a lot of my building when I'm doing buildings like this is pattern based, especially just with this one, like the stripes and the lines and the steps. I haven't really thought about that, but I do focus a lot on pattern and rhythm. Huh. That's good to know. I'll have to lean into that and then I'll have to lean out of that. See what else I can do. Yeah, something like that. The stairs add a lot more depth to that. So we're gonna stick with that for now. And we have just a couple little elements put in. I'm going to go to bed because I'm sleepy, and we will be back. Well, you'll be back in about 5 seconds, but I will be back tomorrow, and I'm gonna see how I feel, and we'll make a decision from there. So I will talk to you guys in a second, and we're back. I've had a full night's rest, and let's see what we think. I'm still pretty happy with it. This definitely still needs to change. I still agree with that thought that I had last night. And I kind of still want to make this smaller. Maybe instead of having it flare out at the top, like over there, I might have it curve in so it looks more like rounded. That could be cool. Let's see how that looks. All right. I think that's much better. I think having it go up at the top gives me a little more freedom to do a little bit more flaring down at the bottom. I might put some slabs around here. But I like this. And then we're going to have the pipes going up. I think we'll have each pipe come up and this way and then in. This one will go up this way and then in, and then the same thing on the other side. Having it on all four sides really does make it pull together a little bit more. I needed something in this area, so adding just this little bit of slab on the bottom, I think does that. I'm sure there's an easier way to do a teardrop shape, but what I'm doing is I have the main sphere and I dug in a little bit and did a slightly smaller sphere. And then I think I'm just going to shave off a little bit of the top to smooth out that angle. And I think that should be good. That was really it. It really didn't need much more than that. So now that we have the base shaved off, I'm going to change this to a lighter block so that I have a little bit easier time seeing it once I'm in there working. We're just going to hollow it out and we're going to get working on the strings. And there actually is a world edit command that makes this a lot easier. So we're just going to select the whole area, the whole shape, and we're just going to do //hollow. And by default, it should hollow out the object and leave a 1-block shell. So let's make sure that works. All right, now there are a couple issues with some of the areas being open, but those are easy fixes, and filling those in is certainly easier than going through and hollowing this whole thing out by hand. So I'm just going to go through and fill these in, get everything touched up, and then we'll work on the materials and the strings. And there we have the initial shape of our hot air balloon. I know that hot air balloons would be a little bit more teardrop shaped, but I like the idea of it being a little more round. Something about that seems a little more old fashioned and steampunky. I'm not really sure if I'm actually thinking of real hot air balloons, but I feel like older ones used to be a little more round. So I want to leave it a little bit more sphere shaped. Just finishing up the last touches on these pipes, and K-Hug is actually going to hop in and check this out and give his approval. And then we're going to start collecting some materials. It's going to be a lot. Oh, I guess I got to do the balloon still too. So we'll figure out how we're going to do the balloon. We'll talk about that when he's here. Oh, this is going to be, there he is. This is going to be a lot of copper.
That was a precarious time for me to pop in.
Hey, perfect. Good.
I loaded in, I heard copper. That's all I heard. I don't know what you said.
I was saying this is going to take a lot of copper.
Whoa. This isn't going to take a lot of copper.
It's going to take.
But it looks so cool.
Most of it's granite, luckily. I switched a lot out. Pretty much all the exposed stuff I think we can exchange for granite if it's too much.
Oh, good call. I didn't even notice, which is funny.
Yeah, they're pretty. I was surprised how close they were. I was surprised how close it was to the dripstone too.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that'll definitely help us. I love how you use the dripstone. This like the same thing that they used on the tower to help like tie this into the rest of Spawnville. Man, this thing is awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I have to do the balloon still just to like figure out how we're gonna color it or
Like
what material.
detail it. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm looking up. Man, we're gonna be so rich. We're gonna be so rich.
That's what I hope. I hope it's not like we build this and then everybody's like, I don't know, I pretty much have all the copper I need. And I'm like, oh no.
Thankfully, I was before doing a trial chamber with Oda, and the other day I was kind of chatting with them, and Oda was like, "Oh, this is awesome! I hate trapdoors. I'm gonna buy trapdoors, so we got to make sure we fill trapdoors up."
Yeah, I think that's going to be one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the balloon?
I mean, do you go with the standard steampunky kind of just a white balloon? Is that too basic?
You know, I was thinking that I think something like that might be good, or even just like bone block and like wool. Let me switch it.
Yeah. I've got a mushroom farm. We could use mushroom.
Something like that.
Ooh,
That's nice.
it's nice.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I will start getting the area all cleaned out and flattened out, and we'll get this going.
Sweet. Sounds good. Thanks for your help.
Absolutely. Thanks for your help. I'll see you
Yeah.
in just seconds recording time.
Just
No one
perfect.
will know. I have so many cuts of me being like, and I'm going to bed, and I'm awake, and I'm going to bed, and I'm awake.
That's amazing.
All right, we got the area cleared out and ready. Got the holes dug out for the redstone, and it was a lot bigger than I thought. This is going to be quite a big build. So I am going to start getting the rest of the materials ready. I already have some right there. And K-Hug is going to come in and start doing the redstone. So next time you see this, we should be pretty well on the way. Well, replay mod crashed and I lost my files. So no time lapse yet. We're starting partway through. I have the footprint down. I got the outside walls down, and now we're gonna work on the inside. So sorry about that. I'm switching to flashback now. I'm sick of replay crashing. Hopefully that never happens again. Okay, back to work.
Should this be a recording situation where we're talking about what we're doing?
Okay, I'm recording.
Oh, okay, good. Let me go ahead and start recording then. Oh, really?
I know, right? Literally the second we
I
start
literally
recording.
hit record and it started raining.
That's okay. Let's go beneath.
Deserving.
Oh no, we can just hang out under the hopper.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
Cool.
Okay, so I have questions.
Okay, let's hear them.
So all the redstone, did it up to what it was supposed to be? I don't know if you've been down below or not.
I did because it wasn't all lit up, and I didn't realize that until there were some creepers down there, which really scared me. Everything's fine.
Geez.
Yeah, nothing blew up. But so yeah, I think we're okay. Oh my god,
There's a way in here through this trapdoor. Okay, it should land in my inventory. Yep, that's 16.
Okay, cool. Okay,
So we're at the lowest setting, which is perfect.
okay.
Where, yeah. Oh, yeah. And this comes out down here. And then I figured we could make a little thingamabob and it'll all get captured.
Oh, that's where the diamonds get sent out.
Yes, everything comes to these 4
nice.
points from the 4 sides. Yeah, this is why this ended up being a circle, because the redstone to do that was a pain in the butt.
I think it would be kind of fun to do the diamonds go down and have like another little water thing underneath with a hopper or something in the middle with taking a little signal out of it, and when a diamond goes in, it just dings on a music box.
Oh,
I think that would be kind of cool.
like my
Just
doorbell instead of ding dong, just ding 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 ding
yeah,
when
just
things
so
go into it.
ching, ching. Yeah, we can put it on glass or something. It's that nice like chime sound.
Oh, I've never. Yeah, I haven't tried the glass block. That's like a money like a money cash
Yeah,
noise,
and it's
whatever.
just something a little subtle, like you just hear your diamonds
Yeah,
going
yeah.
in.
I thought about putting like black concrete just to make it really dark down here, because I don't really want them to be able to see anything other than like a diamond go by. So hopefully,
I think that'd be cool if we did the
if we
floor
do
just
some.
as black concrete. Yeah. That there is a finished copper shop. We there's still a couple things we have to do. We have to set up the water streams. I think this segment is a little too long for how we want to do it. So it looks like K Hug is trying some stuff over there to see if he can get things working a little better. But other than that, the structure itself is done. Let's fly around. Let's look at it. I do also want to make some banners that say the copper hopper and put them up here. So technically not completely done, but for the most part, we're there. Now comes the grueling process of getting everything stocked up. We have quite a bit. We got like six shulkers worth of copper right now, but we need a lot more. And I have a huge field out in the desert oxidizing, and it's going to take a lot. But it's what you got to do to be rich, I guess, is grind set, Minecraft grind set. There you guys go. So Feather did swing by and he was like, hey, I got something for you. Start recording. So I started recording. So this next little bit is a fun little gift from Feather for you guys and for me. So I hope you guys have a nice day and enjoy this clip. Okay, I'm recording. Go for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this very nice episode from Goosey. And enjoy this little thing that he built, little copper shop. Enjoy your lives, enjoy your videos that you got coming up next in the suggested feed. Watch those. Give them a like, a little subscribe for me, because I can only do it once, and I did. And I did it before you. So I'm better. That's not what I'm trying to say here. I hope you guys have a nice day. Goodbye.
Yeah, thanks. All right. Yeah, I'll use that as my outro. Tell them to subscribe to my Patreon also.
The honesty.
And also, Goose got a Patreon. You should check it out. There's a lot of cool stuff on there.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Oh, that's perfect.
You're welcome.
Easy.
You know, I like to be the focal point of your videos.
I love when you're usually when I hang out with you, you end up being the focal point because you are very funny.
And you know, I wasn't in this one, so I had to do something.
Yeah. You were in a lot of the last one. There's like 8 minutes of the video is you running around the nether.
Yeah, I do be doing that.
You do be doing that. You
Dying.
did do that. It was very funny.
You did die too.
Hijacking videos. Well,
All right.
tell K-Hug I said I miss him.
I will.
Peace and love, Goosey.
Later. Have a nice night.
You also.
I love you.
Ow.
See y'all.
He lit me on fire.
I love you.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.